Hi everybody. The purpose of this video is to give you basic information on how to access and utilize our church database. The church database we have at Christian Church of Jasper is called Churchteams. And so I'm going to show you how to do a couple of basic lookups. So for instance, if you want to look up somebody's phone number, address, or email address. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to look up who is in your particular group or who is in a specific group. So the first thing you'll need to do is go ahead and just pull up a web browser. This can be any web browser. It can even be on your phone. They do not have a mobile site at this time, but I know that's something that they are working on. And what I want you to do is go to ccjasper.com/churchteams. Here you'll see a password field. Go ahead and put in your password here. If you don't know your password, be sure to check with a staff member or perhaps the leader of your ministry for the particular password you need to use. These are shared passwords. Please don't hand these out to those who shouldn't have them. Don't put them on your Facebook page, something like that, because then we've got a problem. Alright, here you find the group leader menu. And here's the main menu for our database for your login. And here you'll see a number of different options, but the first thing I want to do is, as though we were looking up somebody's information, somebody's address, phone number, that sort of thing. And so what I want you to do is down here, the third option, come down to Browse Members. With that, you have a search field, and they're just asking you to put in some information from either the first or last name. You can also do an advanced search, which will allow you to search for a specific field. If I'm looking for somebody with the first name, I remember their first name was John, but I don't remember what their last name was, I could do it that way. Or if I have a phone number that I'm looking up, etc., you can do that, but we're just going to do a basic search. I'm going to look for the person by the name of John Doe, who's for our example. And there's John right there. If he had not been in this database, nothing would have showed up, or if I had spelled his name wrong, nothing would have showed up. But anybody who would have Doe in the first or last name, or that's just part of their name, it'll show up in their name. But this is where I'm going to go right now. So this gives me John Doe's information. Here's his home phone number, his address, etc. You could also see any current groups he's involved in. If he was a part of any groups previously, those would be listed here. And you have their information. If you want some more detailed information, anything we might have, you can come here to Custom Attributes and click on View. And there you would see his birth date, whether he's married or not, anything that we might have potentially would be listed here. You can also come take a look at his family. I'm going to click on the family field. Oh, by the way, because we do send out emails periodically for people to update their information, some people will have pictures in these fields, so perhaps you'll be wondering what somebody looks like, and you come across and say, oh, that's what they look like. Some people have uploaded pictures, other people have not. But here you see the members of his household. Again, the address and basic information here. If we have their anniversary, that'd be listed. But here you can see that the household consists of John, Jane, and Timmy. I meant to make Timmy a child, but I forgot, so he's listed here as an adult, but that's my own fault. And you can see any pertinent information, and you could click on any of their particulars there to find out information about Timmy, his birthday, Jane, there's her work phone, email addresses, etc. So that's how you look up somebody's basic information. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go back to the main menu. The next thing we're going to do is look up how to find who is in your particular group or who is in a particular group. As we saw in the member information, you could identify what groups a person was involved in, and frankly, you could click on that group name in their information, and it would take you to that group. But this is how we're going to start from scratch. The very first one is just Browse Small Groups, and that's where we're going to go. This lists off every group that we have listed here at CCJ. Now, one thing about Churchteams is that it considers everything a group. Everything from a class to a service opportunity, everything is talked about in forms of being a group. So that's important to keep in mind. If you wanted to narrow down what you're looking at, so here we see a lot that are for the spring. If you wanted to narrow down what we're looking at, you could come over here and pick your preferences. You could pick by group type. We're going to go with a small group as opposed to a CCJ event or an administrative group. We're going to go with a small group. And then we're going to choose life stage adult because we're not really interested right now for our purposes about the kids small groups. We're wanting to know about adult small groups. And here you see a variety of different ones. Now, what you could have done from the beginning to get this, you could have just put in the search field the last name you're looking for. So again, I'm looking for Doe, and it would just come right up with the very one that you're looking for. Once you find what group you're looking for, go ahead and just click on the group information. And here you have the group information field. Here you see group members, you see their email addresses, phone numbers, etc. Everything we have down about your particular group. The meeting reports that you fill out via email, those are all listed right here. So because this is a new group, there's nothing there, but if you have filled out a bunch of meeting reports, you could go back and look at what you did on a particular date. All that would be there. There's your group information. Perhaps you changed where you're meeting, that sort of thing. That could be here. If you want to put up a picture, that'd be a possibility right there. And this just gives you information about the group itself. So I hope that helps you out. If you have a servants team, if you're a servants team member and you have a group, this is set up exactly the same way as whether you're a small group leader or a servants team member. All of this works exactly the same. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'll be glad to help you out as much as we can.